All right, this is the Chefman Caffeinator coffee maker. I am gonna be testing this out for you. So if you want to see the test and you wanna just skip the timestamps right here, I do wanna say the packaging is really nice. So we do have the user manual right here. I don't know, I feel like the packaging feels so fancy. This one's like frosted plastic, pretty cool. Here is the filter they give you, the filter holder. How do you open it? The whole coffee maker is protected. And then here is the little coffee ground cup. All right, so that was everything that came in the box. To put the filter in, we're just going to pull up on this little basket right here. And then we're going to put the little filter round side down into there and then just snap it back into place. It is a very tight fit. This does not have a gasket on it, so this could just fall off if you tip it upside down. All right, so these little feet are going to insert right in the bottom right here. And then all you have to do is press down and twist until those little feet are behind those walls so it doesn't fall out. So this is pretty cool. This does have a lid that snaps open. You can make ground coffee in this, and that filter basket is removable, so it's easily cleanable. And this is dishwasher safe. Or you can use pods with this coffee maker, and you can just easily remove that by pulling up on these tabs. And there's the pod filter. And that's what that pod location looks like. It does have the 3 puncture design. I have noticed that I get a lot more flavor when there are 3 punctures versus 1. So I do really like that. I will say this cord is very short. So let me see what's going on under here. I see. So you can make this a shorter cord if you want to just be this close to an outlet. Or if you need more room to get to an outlet, you can take this cord out and then you have way more length on your cord. I'm gonna do that because my outlet is not this close to the coffee machine. And then right here, we have the drip catcher, and that you can remove and clean. It is dishwasher safe. This part is metal, and then this part is a hard plastic, and that just sets in right there. But this is really cool. You can press this tab and lift up, and then you could have a no splash zone for a short cup or a tall cup. I absolutely love this feature. It's like a cup elevator. It's so fun to play with. Anyway, this I find very entertaining. Also, I do think this is fun. I was looking through the user manual and they have different recipe options for you. So if you're new to coffee, they do have recipes if you want to learn how to make mocha or an iced coffee or a London fog. I think that's a really nice touch. Now let's go ahead and test it out. I love this part. It's so satisfying. All right, so we have it plugged in, but we needed to fill this up with water. So I wanted to show you what happens when you set this on. There is a little LED light, and when it's out of water, it's going to blink. So I thought that was really fun. I love the LED light. Next, we want to get our little cup elevator in the right position. So I'm gonna set my cup up there, and we're just going to raise it to the right place so that we don't get all these splashes back here. We did already clean this. Since it was straight out of the box, I ran a few cycles, did a cleaning on it, so it is ready to brew some coffee. And like I said, this has the 3 puncture design, which I feel like gives a stronger, better cup of coffee. And then we're just gonna close that. Now it does have a bunch of options up here. As you can see, you can do 4 ounces, 6 ounces, 8 ounces, 10 ounces, and 12 ounces. There's a bunch of different options over here. So if you don't like a strong cup of coffee, you can change this to light. There's the medium, which they call classic, or strong. I love strong coffee, so I'm going to hit that. I do also like that the over ice is an option. You can only do a 4, 6, or 8 ounce because it assumes that you're gonna have a cup full of ice. But if you hit the over ice again, it's gonna go back to the main menu. You can also save favorites. So you can have 4 different favorite options. So say you normally like a strong 8 ounce hot cup of coffee, but your significant other likes a light, warm 12 ounce cup of coffee. You can save these different presets and you're just gonna hold down and now it has saved that preset. I've never seen a coffee brewer do that before. I absolutely love that. And then over here, of course, we do have the warm, hot, or piping hot. And then there is a clean option as well. So that just starts the cleaning cycle. So let's go ahead and do my favorite kind. We're gonna do a strong, hot cup of coffee, and then we're just gonna hit brew. And at any time, you can hit this button again, and it'll stop the brew. I will say it's a little bit noisy. So it's not the quietest machine I've ever had, but honestly, that's not a big deal to me. And it's not like it's screeching or anything. It's just not as quiet as some coffee makers I have tried. Again, I absolutely love this little cup elevator because it's making it so there's no splashes anywhere on the table, anywhere on the machine. It's actually really sturdy. So I could hit this and it still stays right there. To release this, you do have to hit that bottom button. I'm not gonna do it now because we're in the middle of brewing. It did take about 1.5 minutes to brew that. But yeah, now I have a freshly brewed hot cup of coffee. So I can't hold my finger on there for very long because it is very hot. Really happy with this coffee maker. I love all the bells and whistles it has. It's super slim, so it would fit nicely anywhere on your counter and it wouldn't take up a lot of space either. Super impressed. I love how strong the coffee came out. I honestly would give this a 9.5 out of 10. I have a Keurig K Supreme and that has been my favorite coffee maker so far. If you wanna see a comparison between those two coffee makers, please comment that down below. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.